Hey everybody, I wanted to do, well, first of all, this is Magnolia Empress. Doing a tarot reading today on the Smith Alsina situation. That is the Alsina, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Will Smith situation. Now, for those of you who, everybody knows who Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith is. That goes without saying. Alsina is a rapper. No, he's an R&B singer. I don't know why they call him a rapper, but he's not. He's a R&B singer originally from New Orleans. And everyone's been questioning for a while if something has been going on between him and Jada Pinkett Smith. He was on an episode of Red Table Talk where they discussed his opiate addiction that he had at one time, and people noticed even before that he was hanging out at the house a lot. So, and recently he did an interview with Angela Yee, and she asked a question that everybody wants to know: if there was a relationship. And in a roundabout way, he told us, he said a whole lot and said nothing and a lot at the same time, if that makes sense. He never really truly confirmed if a romantic relationship or sexual relationship was happening. So what I want to do is just ask Spirit, what's the tea? I want to be nosy, but I want to be cute with it, if that's possible. So, all right, first thing I'm gonna do, let's just see what's going on with August. Okay, let's see what Spirit has to say. What's that? 3, 4, and 5. All right. So we got on the bottom spiritual advancement with the Hierophant. Okay, so, and I believe that. I believe they were like spiritual advisors to him. We're starting off with the 3 of Pentacles, where it was a collaboration, so it was more like a friendship with him. That's what he values the most. Ace of Swords, breakthrough and awareness. And through this friendship, he gathered breakthrough from his past, and it helped him to discover who he was. We have the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom, which I want to say is Jada, because she's a Virgo. So she was more like a nurturing person to him. She helped him kind of rebuild himself, because remember he did have that health issue where he fell off the stage, and she probably came around that time where he was healing from that. And 6 of Wands, at that time he was successful, and of course he is always in a defensive mode, and rightfully so, because he went through a lot in his life. I don't know if anyone followed his story, but he dealt with death and hardship from an early age. So I feel like he always had to protect himself. So this is a time where she came along where he needed someone to protect him for once. And we have the Page of Pentacles in the future, to where now he's just moving forward. And this is him as well, because he is also a Virgo. So he was just looking for a fresh start. Okay, so let's get some input from my Arrows of Love Oracle deck. We're just going to see what pops out. I'm going to pull 4 cards and just see what happens. So I want to say, as far as August go, he saw Jada as a good friend. At first it was a party of one. He was so used to being by himself, and he was wondering, what love truly feels like. They probably met each other through messages and tweets and in the DMs, and then of course now we have leather lust bound. So he had an attraction to her, and she probably had an attraction to him, and maybe they flirted in the text messages and everything from time to time. But with this party of one, I feel like if love was in the equation, he was dealing with that by himself. maybe he did try to seduce her from time to time, and he had on rose-colored glasses, so he had the vision of it one day maybe turning into love, but it just never, a romantic love, but it never came through into fruition. He is his rising is Scorpio, so yeah, Scorpio's emotions are highly intense. So if they don't like you, they don't like you. If they appreciate you as a friend, the friendship is real. They don't use words like friendship and love and care and compassion lightly. They use those words to the very full definition of what they are. So yeah, I'm just getting a feeling like it started off innocent with party of one, tweet messages, and then things got a little excited and he probably wanted to pursue, but it was a vision that he had on his own. Yeah, that's all Spirit wants to say on that one. So now let's get into Jada Pinkett Smith. We're gonna use the same deck for her because those are the two parties that are truly being asked about. So let's just cut the deck so we can get clear energy from the deck. All right, so let's Spirit tell us what's going on with the lovely Jada Pinkett Smith. What's going on with Jada? All right. Okay, you want to come out? All right, at the bottom now we have Ten of Cups, contentment and joy. So she's about family and putting everyone forward. Okay, Two of Swords, stalemate, indecision. That's interesting. She was at a crossroads, or she's at a crossroads right now with the situation. King of Swords is crossing her, so that could be Will, because Will Smith is a Libra. So if she had, she's saying if she had to make a decision between the two, she would pick Will. She will always pick Will Smith. Again, Three of Pentacles at the bottom. It was a collaboration, a friendship for her as well. That was the foundation of it. King of Pentacles, stable. This could be August, because with the Virgo energy coming in there. And she was coming from a place of wise investment. She wanted to help build him up. And we have the Two of Wands, planning and decision. So she didn't really want, I feel like she didn't want, she's trying to kind of organize everything. She feels like right now it's a state of confusion, and she wants to protect Will. And on the back end, also protect August too. Because she's a Virgo as well. So she wants everything to be done in decency and order, just like August. And Will has always been there for her. So, and she didn't mean any harm. Let me see. Yeah, I was looking at the bottom of this deck and I saw soul contract with justice, which is again saying that Libra, her heart is truly with Will Smith. She has no intentions of leaving Will. They have, Will and Jada have a love that is very, there are no words to describe it. I don't think it's, it's beyond romance. It's beyond what we see it as, or what our minds can think of. It's like they have a soul contract connected to each other, and she's not going to break it in no way, shape, or form. That's why they say marriage is not really a word for them, because it just don't fit the way, you know, marriages today are kind of like, they're not taken as seriously, and they take the relationship, the bond that they have, very serious. They understand each other, so they didn't want it to. Okay, they didn't want to diminish it with the word marriage. That's what Spirit is giving me when it comes to Jada and Will. And that's why Will popped up in this reading, because they're one and the same. This could be them and her and him at the same time. Because she does have a masculine energy about herself. Okay, and she has nothing to say. That's it. It is what it is. But I'm still going to pull forward just in case. Anyway, because I want to know. Shoot. Alright. Let me go this way. I know you don't want to talk, Jada, but we want to know. So, alright. We got seduction. So, she enjoyed the flirting as well. And up in smoke. Maybe they smoke from time to time. He doesn't deny that he does it when you listen to his music. And she doesn't deny she had a moment with weed as well. But her heart, with this cactus heart, her heart was very guarded with the situation. She's very protective of her relationship with Will and transformative love. So I'm thinking things were kind of stale for her, just in life in general, and maybe in the romance area. Not saying that Will doesn't, you know, isn't in her heart. He is, but I think she just needed a little bit of excitement. And I want to pull another card just to be sure. Yeah, she just wanted to experiment. So August was intoxicating to her. I want to say he was reminiscent, especially with this secure love nest. She's more, he was reminiscent of the good old days, having fun, laid back, chilling with the homies, that type of thing. Will Smith is a more mature love, and there's a security with it. They do exciting things like travel and skydiving and stuff like that, but it went from a place of her wanting to, she wasn't gonna leave. Point blank in the period. She wasn't going anywhere. Nothing you can say about it. That's the reality of it. She was not going anywhere. In any of that one more fool's gold. It was just a fantasy for her to try to not really play with August, but because she wasn't playing with him in any way, shape, or form. She was just testing the waters, kind of like a love that once was type feeling. That's what I'm getting from it. But she wanted him to experience. She wanted him to experience what it's like to have someone nurture and care for you. That type of love. Of someone wanting to see you push forward and be the person that you were meant to be. And it's different when you get a love like that from someone who is not related to you, someone who doesn't know you from a can of paint. and y'all just have that connection. It's like your family can love you one way, your friends can love you one way, but then when someone shows up and actually sees you, then it's like, wow. It knocks you off your feet. And if you haven't experienced it, you can fall further than what you should, and you don't really see everything for what it is, which is why the rose-colored glasses came up. Now I want to see Will Smith, because he did say that Will Smith did give him permission to have a situation with, I say situation because relationship don't feel right, because they're not going to call it a relationship. So with Jada, so let's just see what Will Smith really had to say. Did he truly give him permission, or did Will just turn a blind eye to the situation? Alright. Hey Will. Ooh, I did not mean to turn that over. Okay, 4 of Wands. So we're gonna keep that. So I guess that says yes. Because they had an understanding of what it was. So that answer is yes. 4 of Wands, transformative. He had no problem with her spending time with him away from the house. He knew what it was. They had a conversation and it was cool. So no, August is not lying about that. 8 of Cups, he saw it as an evolving situation. He's more concerned about Jada growing. Knight of Swords, decisive actions. He really thought about it. It wasn't something that he kind of just made on the flight. King of Wands, visionary leader. We know that is definitely Will. He is, I feel like he is from a time that is completely different from here, especially with the way he talks, the way he moves about things in that Libra sort of way. They have the way they see things balancing out and being fair is completely different. It's more of a spiritual balance. They don't really like things, they don't look at things being balanced from a legal situation. Not saying what they're doing is illegal, because love, true love, does not really can be defined by law, when you really think about it. So he understood what it was and he was okay with it. And his thing was, with this 9 of Pentacles, he wants everyone to be their true selves and not feel bogged down to do anything. So let me just get another card. I feel like Will is cool. Will is like whatever. He just doesn't want anyone coming around trying to, yeah, Ace of Pentacles with the wise investment. He put work into with August too. Not saying that he was romantically involved with August. I think people are really just seeing this. We're going to trying to put romance on the situation is not really what it was. They're not going to tell you that's what it is. When Jada decides to come out and Will decides to come out, I wouldn't be surprised if all 3 of them show up at the Red Table episode. But it's a friendship thing. It's a connection. If you're not a spiritualist, if you're not into the metaphysical, you're not going to get it. If you're not, or if you're a person that doesn't see, that isn't, you feel like a relationship is plain and simple, or love is simple, like there's a person meets person, they fall in love, and then if somebody else get involved and it's cheating, that's not how they're gonna see it, because they see things from a spiritual level, from an energy standpoint. And because all 3 of them had an understanding with each other, they don't see it as cheating. I'm not saying that they slept together or anything like that, because they're not going to say it, because they don't even see it that way. So, and spirit is only going to tell me what they see and how, and their perspective on things. So it was a if I had to pick a word for it, I would say friendship. Where they had a true understanding of each other. It was a multifaceted friendship, and that's how they're going to explain it. And they talked to, and everyone had a true understanding of what it was. I'm not talking about no NDA type situation. It just is what it is. And when you have Jada Pinkett, Will Smith type money, you can redefine anything any way you want. Okay? And we're just the people sitting on the outside looking like, huh? But but that's just what it is. They just on a different level to it. I mean, we could see that with this Four of Wands card about how the house is even in the sky. And yeah, so they were helping August to see things, to grow spiritually and kind of see things, try to get him out of that dark space that he was in, because he had a lot happening just popping up out of nowhere. Yeah, they saw the potential in him, Will Smith did, and especially with his music and through his lyrics. Maybe that's why that song came out that August did, where he was like, hey, it's none of y'all business, because it's not none of y'all business. They were giving him guidance and protection. Summer, that could be when it started. That may be also that the Red Table Talk is coming out this summer before the summer ends. And proposition, maybe they're talking with August now to see if he will do another Red Table Talk with him about it. Maybe Will Smith is coming up with an idea on how they can kind of talk about this, how they can get through this the right way, to kind of not necessarily clean it up, but to kind of like put it to the side and just have the media and psychics like myself to stop worrying about it so much. Not worry about it, but just kind of wind down to talking about it. The ooh child, before you know, because right now all we need is some random person to come out like, yeah, I saw them together and she kissed him and blah 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 blah. And I'm not saying that's what happened. Yeah, because in the end they want to secure the home. So, and then to this proposition card is maybe anticipation. There's an understanding with everybody that's involved. This card is saying something to me. I'm not going to say it because I don't have Will Smith money or with Jada money to get sued. So I'm going to leave that be. Psychics, you can read it for how you want. He just wanted everybody to be happy. Love cord. Yeah. Jada and Will are just connected together. There's nothing that anyone can do about it. And they're not going to cut ties, and he's willing to do what it takes to make everybody happy. There's Hitch. So yeah, they're in love. They're deep in love. There's nothing that anyone can say. And the outcome, the stars are going to align and everything is going to be fine. This is just, I don't think this was a stunt for him, for August to promote his album. I think it was just Angela Yee asked a question and he decided to answer it. And everybody is reading a lot into it. And because August is such an honest person, he's truthful, he opened the door for people to ask questions about it. And he's always been a person that is careful with his words. You can go back to his interviews from when his first album came out. The one, not the mixtape, not the product. What is that album called? Testify. You can go back to that one. And you will see in the interviews where he has sunglasses on a lot and knows that he's very careful about what he say. Interviews make him anxious. So he doesn't like the spotlight on him. Spotlights on him. So the main thing is we're not gonna know truly what happened. We could try to pay attention to it and read into it in the lyrics. We can watch Red Table Talk over again, the first one that he did, and see if we can read anything. If the hand touches, we can look at the pictures. We can do all of that, and nothing is going to give us that any sexual relationship happened. I'm gonna say no, it never went that far, because that's what Spirit is telling me. No, they did not have sex. I don't even think they kissed. So but they did have feelings for each other, but they got to a point to where they understood that nothing can happen, and they just decided to remain friends and move forward, because they do want to continue to be a mentor to August, but he knows that he has to kind of step out on his own and move forward. I'm just shuffling just in case is there anything else that wants to come out. No, that's just foolishness. And that's it, guys. I'm sorry. I know we wanted to get the juice, but no, nothing happened. Again, perfect match and fool's gold. So things just went. Things were cool, and then they ended up at a crossroads, and August and Jada had to step away and just lay some boundaries down, and that's what happened. And we're just late to the party, basically. They moved on, and we all like, wait, what happened? When did this happen? But they've long gone, moved on, got the t-shirt, moving forward. And he's ready to find him a love that's true and good to him and helps him grow. Okay, so yeah, this is the reading with Magnolia Empress about August Alsina, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Will Smith. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Okay.